Yeah, hold on. Oh, no, hold on. Yo, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reacting to Gunna is Still a Rat. My bad for the whispering or talking softly. Somebody's sleeping up in that creep and I ain't trying to make no noise. But I still gotta, push the content out, and get it done, so subscribe.
From here on out, everything I say is purely fictional and just for laughs. None of it should be taken seriously or considered evidence or used for any legal action. We are not Gunna or OTF Jam around these parts. This is purely for entertainment. This topic isn't for the soft or powder puff girls either. Go cry to someone who cares. Young Thug officially pulled Gunna's card. For all you goofy snitching ass out here that have defended Gunna, saying he's not.
All them rappers called Gunna a rat just for Thug to ask the judge to let him
Not a rat. The ones who have been clowning Lil Baby and Lil Durk about them calling Gunna a snitch and how they look stupid now that Thugger is out, and claiming Gunna and Thug are tight because of one clip. You just exposed yourself as the type that nobody should trust ever with anything. You are the Gunna in the friend group, the OT of jams. If I was your friends, I'd side-eye the hell out of you. Like, get away from me. You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us!
And Thug, you need to chill the hell out. You are on probation, gang. What are you doing? There's no way you missed the Diddy house this bad already. If you're here to spread that tired.
Bro, I don't know what happened, bro. Can this guy stop with the intro and just give us like the low, bro? You know what I'm saying? Give us like the backstory, bro, or like what do you, huh?
And Thug, you need to chill the hell out. You are on probation, gang. What are you doing? There's no way you missed the Diddy house this bad already. If you're here to
like Shaq or Michael, who's it? Oh, like Shaq, like LeBron James once said, there's no party like a Diddy party, bro. Amen, amen. Are you guys still looking at them goats the same way, bro? They might be different types of goats, you know what I mean, bro?
to spread that tired ass virtue signaling energy, go ahead and click off now. This topic isn't for you. If you don't get street politics, that's fine. But coming here to judge something you know nothing about, that comes off as weak and corny. The streets run on a code of morals and principles, whether you believe in them or not. The same code that helped people rise up from nothing to something. They signed up for a lifestyle with rules that you don't understand and don't need to. Your opinion holds zero weight and no one cares if you get it or not. This video is for
golly, who's he attacking, bro? Your opinion holds zero weight? My bad, twin, my bad, bro. I'll click off this reaction, bro, if that's what it boils down to.
For those who've been around the lifestyle or lived the lifestyle, or maybe for the ones who just want to understand the lifestyle. I say all this because there are some people who call Drake a studio gangster, but the second a rapper backs up their lyrics and things get real, they're the first to judge and act all high and mighty. They're the ones that are out here reciting every line, word for word and bar for bar. But when the lyrics start hitting too close and shit gets bad, suddenly it's a problem. If you can't handle
on time, why can't rap music be positive? Valid point, bro, valid point. My bad.
the lifestyle, stop listening to the music then. What are we talking about here? The hypocrisy of you fans. Gee whiz, geez willikers. Holy smokes, Batman. These are the
Well, I'd like to point out if someone actually does live out their rap lyrics is actually promoting
same people who praises Kendrick, when Kendrick also tells the same story, but from a different perspective, highlighting the lives and the code behind it all. Kendrick stands on all 10 by his principles, and he wasn't here for Gunna's snitching ass either, making that very clear in a verse on Euphoria by calling out Gunna while pulling Drake's card.
Y'all know some shit about niggas that make Gunna wanna look like a saint.
I mean, since everyone wants to compare Kendrick to every scenario, I figured we get that out the way and put that into perspective. And now I just rambled too damn long off topic. Shit got boring. But I needed to, because on my last video, my Little Durk video, I had an army of people saying that they are actually for the snitches. And I actually
I kind of wanted to skip through this, bro, cause I don't really care, but Okay, never mind. Let's continue.
We blame Gunna and 6ix9ine for that shit. Snitches are the snakes of crime because they're far more dangerous. They're willing to do crime and then turn on their own to keep themselves out of trouble. That doesn't mean they're not criminals. That just means they're criminals without code, morals, principles, integrity, and respect. And that's far worse. Let's not get civilians mixed up with criminals. A civilian snitching is expected. A criminal snitching is a snake. Gunna is a whole bitch. There, I said it. I said it. He's a bitch. I'm crashing out. Let me crash out. Let me act like it happened to me real quick. Act like it's all personal and shit.
Yeah,
to free yourself by conspiring against your own will always be disgusting work. Bruh thought he could lose weight and be reborn again. Like we would forget just cause you're not fat anymore. Gunna, you went from being a fat ass rat to just a skinny one. You really thought you could shed some weight and he thought he could shed the snitch right up out of him. Nah, bro, it don't work that way. You're not fooling anyone but your stretch marks. Your stretch marks knows. They know. That's why you have stretch marks. They're a memory. Those are your memory scars. And you better not make another record ever talking about street nothing, ever. You're worse than Drake. A snitch is far worse than a pretender. Young Thug can't go outside and claim YSL anymore. He can't wear his chains or make music about it. He can't wear YSL apparel or do anything that affiliates himself with the brand he built from scratch because of Gunna's confirmation that YSL is a gang organization.
Statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am. Gunna was and always will be labeled a rat. He's the reason Thugger ended up with the 15 years of probation and had to plead guilty. If Gunna hadn't confirmed YSL was a gang, the case wouldn't have legs to run. Without that statement, there wasn't enough evidence to hit Thugger with a RICO charge as some crime organization leader. They couldn't prove YSL was a
Bro, but imagine building something up and then you can't represent it. You can't be affiliated with it anymore, bro. That's so booty, bro. Just cause somebody snitched cause they was scared of getting in trouble, bro. I mean, if you really bought that life, be about that life, you know what I'm saying? Not half in, half out. Bro. Bro, this is me, bro. I'm talking to myself in this, bro, cause there's things that I wanna do, but I'm like half in, half out, bro. And you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing till I get myself together, bro.
The gang without someone stepping up to say it was. This handed the prosecution the leverage they needed to keep building a case against Thug. If Gunna had kept quiet and played it like Thug did, they wouldn't have had much to go off of. The RICO charge was originally designed for Italian mob families. Prosecutors couldn't touch mob bosses because they kept their hands clean, leaving no trace, no wiretaps, nothing substantial that could stick in court. So they came up with the RICO to take down the bosses by connecting them to the crimes carried out by their soldiers or team who were acting under their authority. In other words, this entire case proceeded and lasted this long and concluded the way it did because of Gunna's plea deal, his statement, his snitching. Y'all gotta remember, this is the feds. This is the feds. They're not doing shit for you unless you do something for them. They're not gonna just help you out for no reason. You gotta help them back. He scratched their backs and they scratched his. Even though I'm pretty sure evidence or other witnesses may have eventually came forward and confirmed YSL was a gang, but Gunna's actions solidified that perception.
It gave them the motivation to continue, bro. It gave them what they needed to dig deeper, bro. Golly, well. Gunna is a snitch.
First, all because he prioritized his own release from prison. His selfish decision hurt Thug more than anything else. It's comments like these that really grinds my gears. How is a man who snitched on himself calling someone a snitch? Thinking face. Why are you even here? You could tell you just don't belong in this discussion in the first place. Thug had no choice but to take a plea deal because of the statement that Gunna confirmed of YSL being a gang in the beginning of the whole fiasco. No, this isn't snitching, you morons. The spot was already officially blown the fuck up.
Yeah, they already had what they needed basically, and I'm sure if Young Thug denied or said he wasn't guilty or anything like that, he would have ended up with worse prison time, or worse, like the case would have been worse on his end. So as a result, as a result of what happened, he just had to fold, bro. Gunna, bro.
Because of Gunna's confirmation, the bed was officially made because of Gunna's plea deal. If he would have never confirmed it was a gang, they could never prove it unless other things would have came up to prove them otherwise. It would have came off as assumptions when Thug was claiming it was actually a record label and not a gang. They needed that confirmation, man. That's the whole point of a plea deal. Without that, there's no deal. What don't you guys understand? They needed that specific piece to go forward with the RICO charge, and Gunna handed it over to them. Not his statement. You guys keep bringing up the paperwork and the words he said in his statement. We're not talking about that, even though that was a little extreme as well, but we're not really necessarily talking about the documents. We're talking about when he was on that footage telling the judge, confirming, yes, YSL is a gang.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL.
And you see, you have personal knowledge that the affiliates committed crime. And then he's like, yes, man. So now, think how the feds are looking at it. Now they're like, okay, we know it's a gang. We got one of the gang members telling us it's a gang and a record label. So let's find more evidence as to why it's a gang or how we can get Taga. Thing is, I don't know what the charge was, but let's get more evidence so that we can lock him up, bro. And that's exactly what they did. And then Gunna got off scot-free, Taga went into jail. Everyone's happy, right?
Have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
That was snitching. I didn't realize he actually admitted and said yes and agreed that not only it's a gang, but they did crime within the gang. That is called snitching. So now because of all that, if Young Thug hadn't accepted his plea deal in his RICO case, he would have likely faced a full RICO trial where a jury would decide his guilt or innocence, potentially resulting in a much longer prison sentence if convicted on all charges, as the prosecution was seeking a significant amount of time behind bars. However, there was also a chance he could have been acquitted on some or all charges, depending on the evidence presented at trial. So taking the plea deal was a gamble. He could have probably got off a little bit easier, but then again, he probably would have served a long time behind bars, especially with Gunna's statement. Thug didn't implicate himself directly. In reality, he had little to no choice. If Thug had pled not guilty, it would have gone to trial, where the testimonies and evidence against him would have led to a conviction and potentially a maximum sentence. Given the circumstances, his best option was to accept a plea deal with 15 years of probation, avoiding the risk of a full trial. He didn't snitch on anybody. Do not compare this to Gunna. What is wrong with y'all? I mean, damn, y'all never watched a movie before, or First 48, no crime TV shows, or that one TV show, Cops? You guys haven't watched any of those things? I mean, you don't gotta necessarily be from the hood to understand law and order. He had no choice, and them juries would have turned on him because there's a lot of people that's been talking on the stand. There was too much evidence. Okay, fine, I'll take the deal. I'll just plead guilty. Gunna didn't say, okay, fine, I'll take the deal. I'll just plead guilty. No, that wasn't what happened with Gunna. Gunna came forward and provided extra evidence for no reason. I guess a few people are also confused about why Thugger asked the judge to do music with Gunna in the first place, if he was later going to tweet out against him.
Mr. Williams have no contact with any of the co-defendants in this indictment with the exception of Mr. Quintavious Greer, that is his biological brother, as well as Mr. Sergio Kitchens. He's a phenomenal artist. He goes performer known as Gunna, G-U-N-N-A. Mr. Williams and Mr. Kitchens are contractually obligated, and they frequently perform music together. Your Honor.
Man, if y'all don't get your awareness skills up, y'all gotta get y'all awareness skills up, gang. If there was like a zombie apocalypse, a lot of you guys are not gonna make it. You're not. You guys don't know how to read a room. Y'all don't have awareness whatsoever. A lot of y'all are not gonna make it. Read the fucking room. Again, what I'm about to say is fake. This is all make believe. It's all a story and a facade and assumptions that I came up with that should never be considered as evidence. But if that was me, I'd ask the judge to do music with my friend as well, just in case if anything ever transpired. They wouldn't look my way. I'd look innocent because I want to do music with him. They wouldn't think of me as a suspect for any future crimes that
maybe set Gunna wanna up. Maybe get someone to slide on him. Okay, makes sense.
may and could occur. I don't know. Use your imagination. Maybe an ass beating. Maybe something far more worse than that. Whatever that may be, they wouldn't think of me because I want to do music with my friend. They would know we were friends till the motherfucking end. But hey, that's all made up though. A story I just came up with. You can't take that seriously. And I also think Thugger was being funny and trolling. Asking the judge if he could do music with Gunna basically allows him to say Gunna's name in his music. So that means subliminal disses all throughout his new songs, it will be appropriate because technically the judge said he could do music with Gunna. Nah, but on some serious shit, Gunna has to hold this L and honestly move carefully. No one respects someone that does crime and the same thing as his peers and then turns around to take a plea deal by blowing up the spot by revealing the whole gang, putting your own team away for years behind bars, and also your so-called brother on a 15-year probation, all because you wanted to save your own ass. Take accountability and stand on all 10. You shouldn't have chose this lifestyle if you weren't going to take the repercussions that came with it. I'm from the hood,
Sure.
and I knew I would never want to die for the homies
Nah, this nigga Def sound like he from the hood, bro. No cap.
or go to jail for the homies. I knew that lifestyle wasn't for me, so I stayed away. Now, that doesn't mean they're not my family and they're not my friends. It doesn't mean I don't respect the gang and I don't respect their decision. It just means I didn't want that life and I never pretended to be halfway in and halfway out. Doesn't make me or anyone else less of a man on which path that we decided to take, as long as you stand behind your morals, principles, and integrity. Being a snitch, playing both sides, doing all the dirt with the crew, but ready to sell everyone else out just to save your own skin? Nah, that's straight trash. That's unacceptable and real bitch shit.
So that was our right. Yeah, nah, I don't got no final thoughts because I'm no gangster person, and so like, comment, subscribe, and peace. Mwah.